So it's election time in Canada. BC is observing elections in 2 weeks. In the times of COVID, it's really unprecedented that any government would hold elections. However, John Horgan, who's the Premier of British Columbia, suddenly announced that it's going to be election time in the times of COVID, when everybody is expected to do social distancing, to stay away from a lot of groups and people. He just announced elections, I would say like forced upon people of Canada living in British Columbia. And it's really unfortunate. I would say it's a very opportunistic behavior, because his last government he formed was with BC Green Party. And now he sees that ratings are very high for him and people have positive view about his government. So he wants to just grab the power totally and just want to throw away BC Green Party. People in British Columbia didn't have very good experience with BC Liberal Party, which was ruling from 90s till 2017. And then they were fed up of BC Liberals because of their corruption and because of, whatever they did. People didn't like it for 16 years. And they gave chance to BC Green Party and NDP. Both very progressive party. I would say BC Green is more progressive because of their sustainability and their views about environment and local business, economy and everything. However, I'm not going to just talk about Canadian politics. I'm also going to touch upon things which really affect me, because I come from India and I see why it's a trend that there is some section of Indian community and Indian politicians like Ravi and Rachna Singh and Chuckpuchmayr, who is not even an Indian. He is just a white Canadian politician who has no clue about Indian politics, about Indian history, constitution, anything. I took his interview a couple of months back and I just exposed him, because this guy made a fool out of himself. He promised me 1 hour and he cut short his interview in 20 minutes, because in 20 minutes he got to know that he's in trouble. He's talking to someone, he knows what he's talking about. So these kind of people are passing motions, asking parliaments in their constituency, in their province, they're asking Canadian government to take actions against India. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You guys are living in Canada, and even if you are so obsessed about foreign politics, then at least do your homework. This guy Ravi, he is advocating for human rights in Kashmir. He doesn't know that Indian government gave human rights to people of Kashmir, to the minorities, to the women who would lose their status after marrying someone from outside Kashmir. He gave them rights of property. He gave them rights to the lower caste people who could never be resident of Kashmir. Now here you are accepting everyone, immigrants, everyone, welcome to Canada. You are talking about minorities. What about minorities in Kashmir? Why not people can become resident of Kashmir? What the hell? And people are talking about Citizenship Amendment Act. People like Rachna Singh, her husband, who is obsessed about anti-Indian activities. India is the largest democracy. Canada is a very liberal democracy, very much loved democracy. I was reading on statistics, 25% of new immigrants who are coming to Canada are all from India, not just from Punjab, but from all across India, because it's a competitive based exam. A lot of people who are young, who are educated, who have good English, they are qualifying for immigration to Canada now. And it doesn't leave a very good taste in their mouth when they see these kind of anti-India activities happening. It's okay, you should talk about human rights, but at least get your facts straight. These kind of people will never talk about genocide happening in China, genocide happening against Muslims in China. They are not talking about all the wrongdoings which are happening in Hong Kong. There is murder of democracy in Hong Kong. They never even talk about their own people, like 2 Canadians who were detained by China government a year back. No one talks about it, which is an autocratic government Chinese Communist Party, which is an evil party. We all are suffering because of that. If I talk about their injustice towards Tibet, toward people, no. But these people like Ravi, they talk about like, okay, my constituents, they came to him and they are worried about their relatives in Kashmir. Oh, really? You are trying to say that you don't have any Chinese, you don't have any Tibetans, you don't have any people from Hong Kong or Pakistan. There is a big genocide happening against Shia people, against Qadianis, Ahmadis, all those kind of people, Baloch. No, only anti-India activities these people can see. Now, this is a local election. However, we see that there have been rallies about farmer protest, which is going on in India. And I don't know if these people have read farmer bill. There are talks about referendum, Khalistan 2020. These people, I don't think they will ever going to leave Canada. Why these people are trying to create problems in Indian community in India, in Punjab? We have seen what happened in 94, how many people died because of the violence and because of these bad policies. And these people are just not letting go. Every single day we see these people are making irresponsible, stupid comments and trying to project India as a fascist Nazi state, which is very far, far away from truth. It's a secular country. We all know that. We can criticize government, we can criticize anyone. We have absolute freedom of speech over here. And it's just very sad, these people spreading lies and misinformation, and these parties, party like NDP, party like Liberal Party, people, they think because there is a lot of people who lost their loved ones in terrorism in 1980s in Indian part of Punjab, they think these people, they can appease these people. But these people are peace-loving people. They love India. They love Hindus. They love Muslims. Sikhs are one of the most amazing people you will find in this world. And it's really, really unfortunate that these kind of people have made an alliance against India and they are just spreading Hinduphobia. So it's really fascinating. Maybe these people will lose. Maybe these people will win. Irrespective of that, it's very sad to see these people spreading misinformation and lies about the country where I come from, maybe the country where you come from. And they are not standing up to the real evil, which is China, Communist Party of China, CCP. They are not standing up against Pakistan, which is a cancer for the whole world. It produces terrorists. They have a terrorism factory going on. It's really unfortunate. So we'll see how things unfolds. I'm not scared of speaking truth. You should not be scared of speaking truth as well. Next time when you see these kind of politicians like Chuckpuchmayr, who has no idea what he's talking about and make fool out of themselves, people like Rachna Singh, who come from India and badmouth India, people like Gurpreet Singh, whose website is just straight propaganda. I will send a link to that website and you will see only propaganda, only propaganda. This guy is all hate against Hindus, against India. Ravi, he's a celebrated Olympian ex-hockey player, and Canadians love ice hockey. However, this guy is also, spreading lies about Kashmir, trying to appease people who maybe hate India or hate Hindus. So yeah, let's see what's going on in this election, and whether they lose or they win. We live in Canada and we have absolute freedom of speech. We should hold these people accountable and maybe create a platform or ask them questions like why you are doing this and why you are not doing this. What is the motive behind it? That's it for today.